rumors on Friday that he wants to buy oil and gas with the Chinese yuan instead of the US dollar, furthering his goal to internationalize the Chinese currency and replace the dollar as the reserve currency of the world.
We're going to a different economy, and we're going to be learning more about that as we go. But clearly, we're learning that things can be done from remote locations. We're learning that technology can replace people even more than we thought.
We're not going back to the same economy. We're recovering, but to a different economy, and it'll be one that is more leveraged to technology. And I worry that that is going to make it even more difficult than it was for many workers.
In Silicon Valley, and my friends who work in technology know that what we did to the manufacturing workers, we are now going to do to the retail workers, the call center workers, the fast food workers, the truck drivers, and then even bookkeepers, accountants, insurance agents, lawyers, and on through the economy. So what happened to the manufacturing workers is a very clear sign.
This effort. And China has big plans for this. They intend to seed their digital yuan into the global environment by giving it away to visitors at next winter's Olympics. When they arrive at the airport, they're going to get yuan digital wallets. They're going to receive digital yuan. They're going to use it throughout their visits to Beijing, and then they're going to take it back to their home countries. They see this as a huge advantage. Why? Because who controls the underlying protocols, who controls the underlying standards of the future of money will control the future of money.
Welcome to the Crypto Teacher. And guys, please like and subscribe if you do like what you're listening to. Inform your friends and family and spread all over social media. It is imperative that we get back to learning finances and understand how the world really works, because once we understand how the world really works, we understand that it is all planned out. Now, I want to thank those who purchased the books Crypto Teacher and the New World Order book. The New World Order book is going to show you how the world really works. And it's definitely time for you to wake up out of that sleep, especially in the times that we're in right now. I told you at the beginning of the year, in the first quarter of 2022, we was going to have an event that was going to bring us down. And then also in the fourth quarter, we would have an event that would bring us down. That's exactly what happened. And now I'm going to tell you, in the first quarter, we're going to have an event that's going to break us down in 2023. And then also in the fourth quarter of 2023, we're going to have another main event. Now, of course, guys, the markets are still going to be pumping and dumping until they get ready to pull the full rug. But I'll let you know when that's about to happen. Now, also, I want to thank those who purchased the 3 Kids books. It's time to get re-educated. And also, much love to those who donate to the Cash Shop and Patreon. And in my Patreon, I keep you up to date with the New World Order events. Also, I give you the New World Order cryptos in the Patreon. Of course, you have to do your own research. But this next bull run is going to be a utility run. So you want to make sure that you have the cryptos that have utility. And much love to those who are shopping at both stores. Keep it coming. And of course, guys, we get into Bitcoin and cryptos first.
Don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel.
And we have Bitcoin and crypto flat right now. Now we have Pantera Capital's Dan Morehead says blockchain didn't fail when it comes to the FTX situation. And we know Sam Bankman-Fried didn't fail. Remember, guys, he was working on derivatives. And remember, they have to set up a massive distraction in order to pull the fourth industrial revolution forward. That's the reason why all these big corporations that were involved were quiet and said they were just going to write it off. We know there's no way that SoftBank, Sequoia Capital, BlackRock didn't do a deep dive when it comes to Sam Bankman-Fried, FTX overseas. Then on top of it, the bank man is MIT. Parents, Stanford University professors, and the CFTC chairman came out and stated that he was working with the bank man for a whole year when it came to Ledger X. So the only thing you have to do is connect the dots. And you know the Crypto Teacher connects the dots for you. I give you the truth, nothing but the truth. Yes, the truth hurts, but it sets you free. But when I give you the truth, you hate me. Now, guys, do not forget to pay attention to the actual indicators. We see the yield rates are being pushed down, which of course is helping the stock market. But guys, we know eventually that's going to rise. We saw the dollar getting hit because of the BOJ. And then, of course, guys, we have Volume, Tether, USDC, and we have Waves founder announces a new stablecoin. And we know stablecoins are the foundation of this new economy because we know it's nothing but a digital dollar that can be pegged to these CBDCs. And then, of course, guys, we have the Fed. Repo still over $2 trillion. We know all these central banks are moving in lockstep, raising interest rates, and then also rolling off this balance sheet. So, guys, we're seeing the fall of America to Babylon, along with the United States dollar. Remember, the Fed printed all this money, 20% of all money in existence in 1 year, in order to cause all this inflation. Now they're raising rates in order to fight the inflation that they cause. Yes, it's unbelievable. But remember, the masses are asleep, and that's the reason why they don't teach finances in school. So therefore, the central banks can pull the magic tricks, and the masses fall for it every time. And when the IMF added the Yuan to the baskets of currencies, that should have opened the eyes of anyone who understood finances. And the fact is that the Yuan could never take over the dollar if this digital economy was not coming, because it would be impossible in order to replace all these dollars in circulation. But now that we're moving over to a cashless society, they can actually become the world reserve currency over the next 5 years. And we know ISO started in November of 2022. It's going to be implemented March of 2023, and all the stages in November of 2025. So China will kick off the fourth industrial revolution in 2024 with the digital yuan. And then, of course, the United States is going to follow in 2025. But the emerging markets are 10 years ahead of the United States, and all that was planned on purpose. Remember, the robots, algorithms, and drones are going to take over the economy, pay each other with crypto, while the sheep go inside the metaverse. And this weekend, I'm going to put out another batch of videos showing how automation is going to run through the economy. And these are things that these big corporations and big banks have been working on for over 10 years. They're just now implementing it, so therefore you don't scare the people. But in America, over these next 2 years, the digital transformation is going to be sped up. So that's the reason why we're going to see mass layoffs. And of course, we got the 15% tax on these corporations. And of course, what the corporations are going to say, we're paying more taxes, and also we're paying higher wages. We had no choice but to lay off. Of course, when we heard from the Fed, we don't have enough people. But guys, we know the jobs that they want people to fill are not paying enough to pay bills. We know inflation ate up the wage increase. So we know the NWO causes the problem. Wait for the reaction and run in with the solution. So now that people are going to start getting laid off, what are they going to do? Run to the government. What are y'all going to do for us? And of course, they already have the solution. Universal basic income, where they can airdrop these stable coins, these CBDCs, telling you what, when, when, and how to buy. You have 3 to 6 months to spend it, or poof, it's gone. But remember, in order for people to accept something, they have to be brought to their knees. And we saw it with the C word. They accepted a lot of things they normally would not have accepted 15 years ago. You would have never been able to pull that off. But over the last 15 years, they've been programming the people with media and also movies, these TV shows, where they were able to implement it. So guys, we see this transformation. We just want to make sure that we're on the right side of history. And the only way you make sure that is not getting distracted, because we know that window for opportunity is very small. And we've learned that throughout history. And the older you get, the more times you've seen the same movie. And we've seen this movie before with big tech. And remember, the Cryptoteacher told you. Now, guys, we also have Grayscale at about 14.8 billion. Now, getting over into a little crypto news, we have the ECB says private banks to manage future digital euro wallet transactions. And then also on the flip side, playing the Hegelian dialectic, we have the Indian central bank governor says the next financial crisis will be from crypto, if not banned. And guys, we know all these central banks are moving in lockstep. They all have the fourth industrial revolution digital transformation plan being implemented and moving fast forward. But of course, they're going to play the Hegelian dialectic, the good and evil, in order to push the agenda through. Now, we have publicly traded Bitcoin miner Core Scientific files for bankruptcy. And guys, I told you at the beginning of the year, we were going to have a lot of Bitcoin mining consolidation, and we're seeing bankruptcies and consolidation going on right now. Because the Fed is shrinking liquidity, we're going to see a lot of crypto consolidation and a lot of projects shut down. Remember, guys, we have over 22,000 cryptos. And also in the legacy market, you're going to see mass consolidation. We're already seeing it. Now, we have Coinbase stock hit all-time lows yesterday at about $34. And guys, I don't care what stock, what crypto you look at, all of them are down 60 and 70%. I'm talking about stocks like Amazon, the big ones, Microsoft. And remember, in every crash we get, even the New World Order stocks take a hit, but they rise right back up. And lastly, guys, we have crypto entering the legacy world in order to move adoption. We have UniSwap and Moonpay partnership to allow users to buy cryptocurrency using debit or credit cards and their bank account. And like I stated, guys, the NWO moves in phases. We know eventually this is going to be seamless with one click, and you're not even going to know you're using cryptocurrencies. We know in order for them to bring it to the people, they don't want them to think. They don't want critical thinkers. They just want them to either swipe, scan, or push a button. And remember, the crypto teacher told you, because he knows when it comes to the New World Order, it's all planned out. But guys, all I have for you, don't forget about the books, Crypto Teacher and the New World Order book, plus the 3 kids books. It's time to re-educate. Also, if new to cryptos, Coinbase, Bitrue, Binance, do not forget book links and crypto links are in the description. The stock channel, guys, don't forget to go like, subscribe, spread everywhere. You have your Kobo, your chips out, your banking, your gaming. While everybody's sitting at home, get home stocks, and see where the biotech stocks. And while everybody's at home wishing they were still getting that free money, what they doing? Drinking and smoking weed. Don't forget about those stocks, and you have a wonderful day. The most powerful person in the world is the storyteller. The storyteller sets the vision, values, and agenda of an entire generation to come. Steve Jobs. And guys, I truly believe in this. When you look at the New World Order, they're the storytellers. And that's the reason why I wrote my New World Order book. But guys, now it's time to change the current generation. And I wrote 3 kids books. I love the Trinity because I understand the power that's in it. So I have 3 books. We have an opportunity to change the generation, to educate, not just me, but I want to show you that I take action on a daily basis. And I want you to take action on a daily basis. Whether it's your job, whether it's in your community, we have an opportunity right now to educate the masses. I posted this on my Twitter account. Please share, but this is a short clip of the 3 books. There's going to be a clothing line and action figures. Please get these books for your kids, nephews, cousins, friends, so therefore we can start the re-education now. Because as we see, the 4th Industrial Revolution foundation is definitely here. Robots, algorithms, drones, taking humanity out the picture. We have to re-educate. But let's get into the video.
Part 1. King Joshua and Grandma Tam save the village. Part 2. King Joshua and Grandma Tam save New York. From COVID Stories 3. Part 3. King Joshua and Grandma Tam goes to China.
It's mandatory to get part 1, part 2, and part 3 of this series. It's time to re-educate Generation Z.